Hi all folks, it's Marco here from the mycolorscreen channel. Today I thought I'd take a break from the general home screen tutorials and bring you an awesome looking Android lock screen. So let us begin. Great everyone, so like I said, today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to set up an amazing looking Android lock screen. So let's have a look. Gonna unlock my phone right now and bam, there it is straight away. It is by the artist Mihail and it is titled Grand LS Port Edition. Now straight away you can see it stands out with its bold clock. Perfect if you want to check the time, you just want to pull it out of your pocket and see what time it is. Stands out straight away, especially on this amazing space background. But don't worry, you can still change the background and the colors of this widget to this purple one right here, or even this magnificent nature one here that's got that very bright purple layout. It looks incredible. And of course it is still functional. It's got this little lock icon right there and this little camera icon. So of course if you slide it to the left, then of course you'll unlock your camera just like that. But if you just want to unlock your phone, you can just slide it to the right and it'll unlock your phone just like that. Now I have modded it. I did add in that little unlock button just to add some more functionality to this device. So if you'd like to know how to set up that lock screen, then let us begin with today's video tutorial. Great, so before we begin, just letting you know what apps and resources that you'll be needing in order to complete this very setup. Starting off with the apps that you'll be needing, first up will be a good old file explorer such as ES File Explorer that will allow you to easily copy and paste files into their respective folders. Next up will be the good old Widgetlocker, and that is that lock screen app that you just saw before you there and enables you to add in all the widgets. And speaking of widgets, the last one you'll be needing is ZooperWidget Pro, as that is that widget that you saw that displayed the time and the date. So once you have those down, you want to check in the link in the description below. It comes with a zip file with all the necessary resources. Now what you want to do with those resources is either copy them onto your computer and extract them and then just paste the file onto your phone, or you can just paste it directly onto your phone with the zip file and extract it using ES File Explorer, which comes in quite handy. Now as you can see, I have pasted it. Where is it? Here it is, Grand Port Edition, and it comes with all the necessary resources. Now all you want to do now is copy the ZooperWidget files, and you know that they're the ZooperWidget files because they end in .zw, and then probably have a little question mark there because ES is like, what? So you want to select all three of them. You want to select copy, go back, you want to go into your main SD card directory. This is where all the main files are kept, and you want to look for this folder titled ZooperWidget. Once that's down, you want to look for the folder titled templates, and you just want to select paste and then just paste them all in just like that. So once you have all those ZooperWidget files into that templates folder, then you're all good to go. So then next up we'll be editing our Widgetlocker. Great, so next up we're going to be setting up our Widgetlocker. I'm just going to select it now. This is what mine looks like currently, but I'm just going to remove it all. So if you have any widgets or icons currently on your lock screen or your Widgetlocker lock screen, you just want to drag them into the little bin at the top, or alternatively you can just hold down on them and select remove. Now next up you want to see that little icon there in the top right. That's your settings icon. You want to select that now and you want to jump into your look and feel. Next up you want to make sure that alternative wallpaper is enabled, and from here you want to select your wallpaper and change it accordingly. So you can just go into your gallery right now, go into your Grand Port Edition folder, and as you can see here are the three wallpapers that come included, and I just have to add that they look incredible. Like really, I was quite blown back. So I'm just going to be selecting the space one for now, and I'm just going to be resizing it so you can pretty much make sure that it takes up the middle of this wallpaper. It does not really matter, it still looks really good. I'm just going to select OK, and that is your wallpaper set. Easy as that. You are welcome to change the background tint, but it is not too important. Next we're going to scroll down, we're going to jump into our layout, and this is quite important. Now what I did here was, if this is chilling in the middle right there, your anchor, you want to drag that all the way to the bottom so it takes up the entire screen. Next up you want to disable automatically determine grid size. You want to bump that up to a 12 by 12, and that's simply because it allows you for easier widget configuration and resizing. So yeah, 12 by 12 worked very well for me, and I'm just going to select save like that. I'm going to be selecting hide enable notification bar. That's at 1 at the top because I do not need it. I've got my own custom little minimal information that I see in the middle. So all that's done, we just need to select back. One more thing to take note, if I go into my advanced settings, widget overlap, I do want to have that enabled. And then finally, if I go into my home helper, a lot of people complain about this, that when they push the menu button, that it just unlocks their phone. So a way around this is to enable 3 of these. It might just come up with a pop-up. You just want to select always for Widgetlocker. So make sure that Home Helper component, Home Helper block home, and then block home and other apps, all those enabled, and you should be good to go. Remember, widget overlap, because we're going to be adding in a custom slider and it can get a bit hairy scary. So I'm just going to select back now. That is your Widgetlocker settings complete. All you have to do now is to add in the widget and the custom slider. Alrighty, so first up I'm going to be adding in the custom slider, not the Zooper Widget, as the Zooper Widget takes up the entire screen, and like I said, it can get pretty scary. So I'm just going to hold down on my lock screen right now. I'm going to be selecting custom slider, and take note of this. You want to have the theme called invisible tabs. It is this one right here. You want to have that one. However, if you don't have it, do not fear, you can just select get themes now. This will bring up the Tesla coil or the Widgetlocker website, and from here it's got a few themes. They still look pretty cool, but you want to be selecting invisible tabs. This is going to download it now. As you can see, it's downloading like that, and once it's finished downloading, there it is downloaded like that. You want to select it and it should bring it up with Widgetlocker. If it asks you how do you want to open it, select Widgetlocker and it should open it right here. Now all you want to do is to select your lock icon, this green one, and swipe it to the right like that. You want to select your icon now, select your gallery, as you want to be changing the icon. Just go into the gallery right now and then go into that same folder, and there is the lock icon. You can crop it however you want, but I just found that just moving it across slightly, just getting it in the middle like that, make sure that these lines pretty much line up, and you just want to select save, and that is now being cropped. You want to do exactly the same for this ringer icon right here. You want to select it, swipe it to the right hand side, select Widgetlocker actions however, and you want to select camera, as obviously you want to open up your camera. Now I'm going to go into my icon, go back into my gallery, going back into that same folder, and you want to look for that one that looks like the camera icon. So quick and simple like that. The cropping, once again, just make sure that it looks pretty much in the middle, and you want to select save. So those are 2 done. You want to select done right now, and there it's been added. It is a bit teeny tiny, but if you select resize and make sure that it goes all the way, resize it to the bottom, and more or less 2 columns in height, and just make it take up the entire width, I think that looks pretty good, and it should work out for you. Now all we're left to do is to add in our Zooper Widget, that clock, so let's get to it. Great guys, we are almost there. We want to hold down on our lock screen now. We want to select widgets, and you want to go scroll all the way down into our Zooper Widget Pro, and you want to go say for a 7x2. Does not really matter, as we're going to be making it take up the entire screen. So I'm going to hold down on it right now, select resize, and make sure that it takes up the entire screen. Now what happens, my soft keys have disappeared, so this is a little trick I picked up back in the day. You see what I just did? I picked it up, scrolled it down, and then my soft keys reappeared. So again, I'm going to bring it up, bring it down, and there it is. My soft keys have appeared, which enables me to push back. I'll do it one more time for you guys. See, it takes up the entire screen. I'm going to swipe from the bottom, brings it up, then bring it down, then select the back key, and bam, there it is. So I'm going to select this entire widget right now. Brings up our Zooper Widget configuration, and we want to be going for the SD card because that's where we've pasted those templates in. Now of course you can just swipe all the way to the bottom, and as you can see there are 3 to choose from. I'm going to be going for the whiter one like that, simply because I have made those icons pretty white and it fits with the theme. Now what I want to do, I want to be deleting that camera icon because I put in my own custom one. So all we want to do now is to select the 3 rectangles. Remember, you want to go into your layout now in order to find these modules. And I'm just going to look for those 3 rectangles. So 1, 2, 3. See, I'm ticking those checker box right there. So that enables all 3 of them. And I can just select delete right now. And that little camera has disappeared. Now all I want to do, I want to shift this clock up slightly, as I found that it was a bit too lower down, and it kind of clashed with the bottom icons. So if you'd like to select everything all at once, you don't have to go one by one. You can now select this little middle icon here that looks like the list, and that selects all of them quick and simple. Now I'm going to be selecting this little reposition icon. Selecting it like that will bring up your positioning options. And if I now enable fast move and look at my Y offset, I'm going to be selecting the negative or minus, and 3 or 4 should look pretty good. So I think that's 3. I'm going to go back again, and what I want to do now is, unless you want this to open up your clock, you can say go back into your layout, go into the 12 and then change the widget on tap action to say open up your clock app. But that's entirely up to you. I don't really enjoy it because sometimes I can push it by mistake and then it changes all my alarms, which doesn't end up well. So I'm gonna go back into my main widget settings, go back into my widget on tap action. You might want to first go back, first go back and see if it's in the right position. So yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. So I'm going to open up my ZooperWidget configuration, go back into my widget on tap action, and then finally select disabled because I don't want it to open up anything whatsoever. So once that's down, you want to hold down on it. This is very important. It's actually probably one of the most important things to do. You want to select send to back, as now you'll still be able to get to your unlock icons, which is quite important. So that pretty much concludes this video. All you left to do now, say if you want to change it up a bit, you can go back into your options here, go back into your look and feel, change your wallpaper, and you can say change it to this purple one right here, or even this magnificent nature one here that's got that very bright purple layout. It looks incredible. You'll just have to take note that I created these custom ones on my own. I might just add them in later on, but other than that, this is this lock screen complete, guys. Thank you very much for watching. A lot of people might have asked, well, what theme is this? Am I running on my home screen? Well, this is Thema, and it's from the makers of mycolorscreen. All you have to do is say, choose a theme that you would like, click apply, and then within a few seconds, it's going to apply a brand new home screen without any frills or fuss. It's extremely useful if you're not too good with customization, especially with home screen customization, and you just like to have a launcher that does it all for you and having themes created by some of the most amazing designers on mycolorscreen. So other than that, thank you very much, guys, for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up, as well as to please subscribe to the mycolorscreen channel if you haven't already. It'll truly mean a lot to us. Also, don't forget to check out our various social communities. We're on Facebook, Google+, Twitter, and even Instagram. So thank you very much, guys, for watching. Marco here from mycolorscreen, and as always, don't stop customizing.